Alright, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ringside Brew Wrestling Podcast, episode 25.
Wow.
Some of you may or may not notice, those of you video viewers, we are actually in the same clothes. No, we did not. If
you're watching on YouTube, watching on YouTube, I think you'll recognize you see that this is the same clothes we're wearing from episode 24, right?
Yeah, we did not wear the same stuff for 3 days straight. We're just recording this right after episode 24. This is our WrestleMania preview.
But Dave, jokes on you. I have the same 3 of these same things. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's mad. Guys will be guys. We will have like 3 of the same shirts. I actually have like 4 of the same pants.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't want to take too long.
This is a WrestleMania preview episode.
Quick introductions once again. I am Dave. I'm a professional wrestler and a creative. Been wrestling for 13 years. Doing creative and match production for about 2.5 to 3 years now. Joseph?
I am also a pro wrestler, wrestling for 4 years, but I also do ring announcing and live commentary.
Yes. So, how are you? Excited for WrestleMania?
The easy answer is yes and no. There's obviously stuff I'm looking forward to and stuff that I'm like, big sigh.
Yeah, so we just finished actually doing the SmackDown recording and SmackDown wasn't that great, so we're kind of like feeling that negativity a little bit. But hopefully it won't distract us from the face value of these WrestleMania matches. Some of the build-ups have been great, some not so. Before we begin, as always, Ringside Brew Wrestling Podcast. We have a tradition, which is to crack open a cold one. Wow, talking about wrestling. Wrestlers drinking while talking about wrestling. This will be the second drink of the day for us. Okay, so let me go ahead first. This one my wife got me, so I don't really know what company it's from, but it does say Kona Brewing Company.
I think Kona might be a Hawaiian brewing company, I think.
It does look Hawaiian. This is the Longboard Island Lager. I'm not sure if you all can catch it. Longboard Island
tropical,
Lager. Let me show Joseph because I'm on. Yeah. So it's a beer, 4.6% alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm not drinking today, as in on this episode, I drank on the last episode, if you noticed. I'm actually doing Meiji milk. So
that's the in thing now.
This is the in thing now. If you're, especially I guess in Singapore or the region, this is a fairly new product on the market.
I think we may have done this on the podcast before.
Oh, you might have.
Might have, yeah.
Do you do this flavor? Green tea?
No, definitely not. I hate matcha.
Interesting. So I will give you, I know what I'm going to say. I guess we have to rate it. But this is the in thing now. The macros are quite good, right? 30 grams of protein, but the calories and the sugar is quite affordable, I would say.
As a gym rat myself, right? I prefer this brand because the calories are lower than the Rokeby calories. Before this was Rokeby, so Anyway, let's quickly crack open our drinks and
yes.
Cheers. I still got to edit videos after this. I'm not sure if I'll be fine.
How's your drink?
Oh, interesting. I don't know why the first thing I thought of was soy sauce.
That's not a bad thing, but that could be weird. Okay.
I'm a little bit confused.
Savory. Okay.
I'm a little bit confused. It's not heavy, that's for sure. It's not heavy. But it's not very light.
Yeah.
But it kind of like trails towards the light side a little bit more.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But there is a very soy sauce aftertaste. Or am I tripping?
I don't know. I gotta try it. That makes me want to try it now.
I'll give this maybe a 4. Not 4. Sorry, I'll give this maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay. So Meiji, I think this is maybe they've got 4 flavors. This is like the second best flavor for me.
They got the regular chocolate one. They got matcha. They got chocolate. They got banana. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one has actually a melony note. It's very weird. It tastes like melon to me.
They should do melon. If they have melon, I'm gonna bulk buy it. I love melon.
Okay, so this actually tastes a bit melon, like honeydew melon to me, and so I quite like it. But it's a bit powdery at the end, so I have to
Ugh.
give this maybe 7.5.
Ugh.
That's protein. Protein milk is like that. 7.5, I
I,
say.
I hate powdery stuff. Ugh. Sorry, Meiji. I like the others, just not matcha. All right,
Do it for the
next.
macros. Anyway, let's get into it. Yes, like you said.
Preview. Okay, so okay, we take 5 minutes every time. Hopefully we can keep this one short. Let's talk about night one. We've got 7 matches going to night one. Pretty
matches.
exciting night. So we're just gonna go through, right? Joseph's gonna follow me, yeah?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So starting off, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title. Right. Let's pick our winners for this one. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch.
I agree with you. I think Becky will take the title off AJ. My reason is because AJ is a part-timer, but she is a part-timer whose name doesn't start with Roman and doesn't end with Reigns. So
Is that all you have?
that's the yeah.
where the analysis? Where? Hello.
The analysis is that's really the business side. The analysis is actually the business side. Unless AJ Lee maybe has signed a full-time contract unbeknownst to me, I find it difficult to believe that AJ Lee as a part-timer will continue to handle the title.
Yeah, I share the same sentiments. I believe that Becky Lynch is the way to go here simply because Becky is probably gonna be here longer than AJ Lee is. AJ Lee is here on a nostalgia run. I'm not really expecting much from this match, to be honest, because like both AJ and Becky they haven't been in reaction for quite a long time already. For a few months.
Right.
Maybe months, I think. AJ could be weeks, but Becky months, right? Since dropping, like 2 months, I think, since Elimination Chamber. So, again, same reasoning as Joseph. I think AJ Lee is going to drop the title and she's going to ride towards the sunset. She may or may not stick around to feud with someone, but it's going to be without the title. It's better to have Becky take the title and move on. Has AJ Lee really elevated the title while she was holding it? I'm not going to say yes.
No,
she did kind of give us the nostalgia pop for sure, but I wouldn't say she's brought the title to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know. And even off that point, I don't know if the nostalgia factor brought enough eyeballs back. I'm not sure.
It probably made a buzz for sure, lah.
Yeah. I will say, just to finish off my thoughts, I will say it would be a nice narrative or even like emotional touch if Becky's daughter is ringside. Because that's been, one of the things, right?
Is Becky's daughter gonna turn heel?
Whoa!
But that's it for AJ versus Becky. We're gonna move on. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Let's take our picks for this one. I think Gunther is gonna be the winner for this.
I agree. I think they want to keep. Again, we say Gunther has this career killer kind of gimmick. But even then, before that, he was like a monster dominant heel. So we got to protect that. So Gunther has to come out looking strong.
Yeah, so I'm quite hyped for this match. I think both men, right, if you take the gimmicks and put them aside, they are both amazing workhorses.
Absolutely.
Amazing
work.
Great. Yeah, amazing work rates. Storyline wise, Gunther shouldn't lose because if he loses to Seth Rollins, then he cannot call in that favor with Paul Heyman. Right?
Yeah, I don't know if Paul Heyman will show up for this particular match.
I can tell you who's gonna show up. I am heavily leaning towards an appearance by Braun Breaker.
Ooh. Is he? I don't know whether he's medically cleared, but I like that idea.
He's been cleared already.
He's cleared,
It's cleared.
Then that's okay. That has to happen.
Unless the dirt sheets are working me, which I doubt so, because everybody wants to get a buzz on the headline. There are reports that Braun Breaker has been cleared. So I would think that Gunther versus Seth Rollins is going to end with shenanigans, with Braun Breaker costing Seth Rollins the match. Then we can say that, okay, Gunther is going to go off and work with that favor with Heyman, eventually leading to a Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam, while Seth Rollins is going to finally turn his attention.
His hands on Braun.
Finally turn his attention to Braun Breaker.
Right? I like the sound of that. Yeah.
Okay, you gotta move on to Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, unsanctioned match. Winner.
I think Fatu is gonna win.
Wow, we are 3 for 3. Yeah, I also think Fatu is gonna win.
My reason is I think emotionally I mean, Fatu is very over with the audience, right? Drew is rage bait central. So, for the emotional, shall we say, payoff, I think Fatu should win. Especially, I mean, even now, we talked about finally now Drew is at the point where he's calling Fatu a convict, even though his jail time is well past him, right? Come on. So I think Fatu should win. That's the emotional stakes. The second thing, business side, I'm not sure whether Drew has completed his filming for the Highlander film with Henry Cavill. I don't know. Haven't done enough research. If he hasn't, then because it's an unsanctioned match, you can build it up to such an intensity that Drew is so injured, he's written off for a few months so he can go film if it's not done yet. So
I agree with that. I would say on the creative end of things, I would say that Drew McIntyre has been well established already. He doesn't need any more of the build, right? The only thing that will work for him now is to become a champion again. If not, him without the championship, he's actually very entertaining as is already. So I don't think Drew McIntyre needs the win, but Jacob does. Because Jacob is an up and coming superstar. He can get the rub, and as Joseph said, if Drew is still filming his movie, let Drew and go do his thing, and Jacob can do his thing after that. So I agree with Joseph over there. There's still one question that is still unanswered. The
What is
mystery attacker.
Right, and they actually did talk about it. The Solo actually brought it up briefly when he talked to Fatu, right?
Don't tell me it's... Oh my god. Don't tell me it's Solo who did it. Did we go one gigantic round?
We should save this for actually right now, what if it was Tama under Solo's orders? But you see, that's the thing. It's a big question mark. Very little clues. But you're right, it's an unanswered question. This attacker, but now you bring this attacker, you think may show up in the unsanctioned
I'm not
match.
saying he may show up, but I think we deserve an answer soon.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the cluster. The women's tag team title match. It's a four-way. Fatal four-way, yeah. The team of Lyra and Bailey versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Oh, excuse me, the beer.
The beer is coming up.
And then we got Bella Twins, and then the last team is the Irresistible Forces.
Current
now
champions,
let's take our pick first. I am going with Lyra and Bailey.
Ooh, so I was 50-50 here. So I would agree it's either Lyra or Bailey or Irresistible Forces. No, Irresistible Forces to retain.
So we are 50-50 aligned.
Well, yeah. So if I had to pick, right, Lyra and Bailey, because again, they've been kind of putting them in the spotlight for a while, for the last few weeks, number one.
Yep.
And narratively, Lyra and Bailey have tensions. They've been playing that up. Shalexa, not really. Let's be honest, if Bella Twins win, we're going to turn off and go outside and touch grass. Right? So Ben is let's just talk about that. I'm going to turn off.
Imagine that. Joseph is going to breathe a sigh. He's going to... And he's gonna switch off the TV. He's gonna walk outside. I can see that.
So again, I'm 50-50 because let's say Irresistible Forces retain. The Lyra Bailey storyline still has links because one can maybe blame the other one that can still build tension. So I'm 50-50.
Yeah, 100% agree. I also noted that, highly likely we're gonna get a Lyra Bailey development. I'm not saying that they should win the titles. They could win it, they could lose it. But definitely right after this, the fallout, I think Lyra is gonna turn on Bailey. Either way. For me, it's also Shalexa because I feel like WWE hasn't really been putting efforts into this title scene anyway.
Yeah.
So I can't really tell who's gonna win. So basically what I wrote down is I think it's down to which storyline WWE wants to push more post-Mania.
Right, yeah.
So it's either Lyra and Bailey storyline or it's gonna be Shalexa storyline. But I do think we get more value out of Lyra and Bailey. So we don't even know if the Bella Twins are gonna be part of this match. As of now, we don't have any updates to Nikki Bella's injury. We could see the Kabuki Warriors coming into this, and also in the worst case scenario, we could also see the Bella Twins win the titles.
No,
I think we're gonna need more than grass too, more than just grass. But yeah, I think more or less we're aligned on Lyra and Bailey. Hey, Joseph has Irresistible Forces, and I have Shalexa on the other end. All right, let's move on. Usos and LA Knight versus Speed and The Vision. I show Speed, by the way. I have The Vision and I show Speed winning the match.
I agree, and I think we're aligned on this. I think Jay will probably cost his team the match, right?
I don't need to explain it. Okay, go ahead.
Jay will most likely cost his team the match, and that will continue this downward spiral. He's got a lot on his plate now. He got, I don't know, 2 plates now. I don't know, so I think either way, regardless, that's our pick. That's the clear, I think, simple story they can tell. If, for example, if whatever happens, even if the Usos and LA Knight win, which is a difficult, more complicated story to tell, either way, I think they can tell the story that Jay and Jim continue to build tension. Easy way to do it in this match, right? So I think that's the main storyline from this match. Also in this match, I think I Show Speed will be entertaining. So actually, I'm kind of low-key looking forward to him because he's poor thing. We've talked about him. He doesn't want to be in Logan Paul's and Austin Theory's corner.
He's still cursed.
Yeah, he's still cursed.
Yeah.
And Jay, Jimmy, and LA Knight want to kill him. So he's really like nowhere to go.
Yeah, so I share the same sentiments with Joseph on the part where Jay is still spiraling. Of course, we shared previously on the podcast, like right now Jay has a couple of paths to take, right? He could turn heel in this match itself, right? Maybe he doesn't. He could simply just cost them the match. He could turn heel the next night when he's next night. I think it's the next night. He could turn heel the next night in Roman's match, or he could turn heel on the Raw after that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I'm quite interested to see, because we know that the shot is about to be fired.
Yeah.
But we are anticipating that shot. So the worst case scenario is nothing happening. I will say that I Show Speed is probably gonna eat a very big bump. He's probably gonna be on the table and he's gonna be splashed through a table for
that was his WrestleMania debut, right? 2 years ago.
Yeah, in the prime bottle or something, right?
Yeah. He got yeeted by Braun, right? So I think you see.
No, that was the Royal Rumble.
It was Royal Rumble, not Mania. Sorry, Rumble 2 years ago, right? So
last year. Yep, go on.
Oh yeah, it was last year. So again, because Braun is injured, you could see maybe this was their plan all along. That okay, finally I Show Speed is in the ring properly with Braun. But now they've kind of...
Wait, hang on. Let me stop you there. Why is Braun involved here?
Well, no. I'm saying I Show Speed was speared by Braun in the Rumble. Right? So, I wonder if they had an idea of, okay, I Show Speed will come back for this Mania, be involved with the Vision somehow, and you get a Braun because of what happened in Rumble. Braun and I Show Speed.
I mean, if you're talking about a similar spot, then yes. But whether or not it's the same person, no. Braun Breaker will not come out here.
No. Braun Breaker won't come out.
We're saving Braun Breaker for Seth and Gunther. It's gonna be a big surprise. If he shows up here, then it doesn't make sense already. But like I said, Speed will be involved in a very big bump for sure. Because people love to see Speed getting destroyed. Let's move on. Okay, Stephanie Vercaer versus Liv Morgan. My pick for this match is Liv Morgan.
I agree, actually. I'm 50-50, but I would have to pick Liv winning.
Okay, maybe let me explain my train of thought here. I think Liv Morgan winning has more to gain from Stephanie Vercaer winning in terms of how we get out of this Mania, how we do the post-Mania stuff, right? Liv Morgan, we all know her credentials, right? She's an amazing worker. She's good at wrestling, and she's very good on the mic as well. She works great as a heel. Stephanie Vercaer, I think her run has run its course already. It has ran its course. If we talk about Stephanie Vercaer's reign, it's actually very unmemorable. I cannot remember who she's faced. In fact, if I do remember who she's faced, I think at least 50% of them were stinkers.
Yeah. I wouldn't say stinkers, but it's unmemorable. I would agree.
Yeah, just not up to standard. I feel it's quite unmemorable. Right. So, did Stephanie Vercaer elevate the title while she was holding it? I wouldn't say no, but I don't think that it had any less value than it originally had. Right. So, maybe just a little bit. Maybe it did fall a little bit after Stephanie took it off EO, way back then. But I don't think it has fallen off that much. So I would say dropping the title to Liv Morgan will help this title scene a lot more because you can get fresh new rivalries, aka Raquel Rodriguez versus Liv Morgan, which is something.
They've been teasing for a long time.
Which is something they have been teasing for a very, very long time. Like again, we said that this is the year the Judgment Day implodes.
Yeah.
So maybe even a Roxanne Perez versus Liv Morgan, because that question of whether or not Roxanne is against Liv Morgan for expelling Finn, we still don't know.
There's a small question mark there,
Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities coming out of this. But if you compare it to the side of Stephanie Vercaer, I don't really see how we're going to proceed with this. There's not really much stories you can tell from here. So yeah,
I agree.
Drop the title, work on your promo delivery. Wrestling is great anyway. Maybe go for a mid-card title. Yeah.
I agree. And on that note, you've talked about the Liv and Judgment side. A loss for Vercaer, a loss for Stephanie Vercaer is also probably an interesting character development.
Because she can't keep winning lah.
Yeah, she can't keep winning. She can't just be champion all a while. A loss would be, I think, a very good direction, refreshing good direction for her character. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. I believe this will end off night number 1. Randy Orton. Okay, I'm going by the poster, by the way. So, it's Randy Orton with Pat McAfee versus Cody Rhodes.
Yes, but that's the main event of night 1. Yeah,
main event should be the main event of night 1, but there is no Jelly Roll.
Right, there is. Right. He's not. Yeah, he's not being built.
He's not in the poster, but Pat McAfee is. Let's talk about the winners first. My pick is Cody Rhodes.
My pick is Randy.
Oh.
My pick is Randy, but you go ahead. You why don't you start?
Okay, so I'm actually I had to pick one. For me it's 50-50.
Okay.
But I decided to pick one. Look, I don't think Randy is going to win. Okay, maybe let's talk about what are the things that will happen. Jelly Roll is 100% going to appear. There's just no
involved.
He's gonna correct. Yeah. He's gonna get involved, maybe to chase Pat McAfee away, and then maybe he could eat an RKO from Randy. We shall see. But he's 100% gonna show up for this match.
Yeah.
Right. The reason why I chose Cody is because I still feel that the heel turn is coming.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Again, hear me out, right? I still think the heel turn is coming, and I think this could be a major story plot to his character development. It really, really depends on what WWE wants to do, and I think it's not WWE anymore. Maybe it's what TKO wants to do, because Cody Rhodes is their golden boy. He's the golden goose, right? He's the face of all their sponsorships, all their brands, their partnership deals.
Yep.
Basically, where all the money is coming. He's the Superman of WWE right now. So it really depends on what TKO wants to do. But right, judging from their TKO's history, I don't think Cody Rhodes will turn heel. But it's very hard to say. That's why I'm very conflicted for this one.
Okay.
But what I can say is, if Cody Rhodes does turn heel at some point, this will be used as a major turning point.
Yep, I agree. I mean, okay, we talk about Cody's heel turn, so that's actually one of the reasons why I think Randy's gonna get number 15. And I would book it that way. I wouldn't turn. You're right, Cody. Unlikely to actually turn heel here, right? But if he loses his title, the spiral will intensify, right? This spiral downwards, or this slide, you want to call it, we've seen it for the better part of a year, I would say. So you're right. I agree with you that will be a massive narrative point. So that's why I say, okay, why don't we give Randy number 15, right? And Cody can drive that storyline forward, but also there's a stipulation that Pat McAfee will leave WWE if Randy loses, right? So in my mind, I'm like, cannot be lah. I mean, even then we've talked about, yes, this is we have so many comments about Pat McAfee's involvement here, but he's doing a job. So in my mind, I'm like, if that's the stipulation, then Randy will win, right?
Okay, if you put it that way, then I think I'm starting to lean over to your train of thought. Again, it's very hard to say because like TKO or WWE Creative is a little bit unpredictable, especially when it comes to Mania season.
Yeah.
Then I think the next best thought is to look at how they do their business.
Yeah.
So once you understand how to do their business, that will 100% affect creative. And also, like coming out of Mania, we also got to think about, if let's say Cody retains, who does he work with? If let's say Cody loses, who does he work with? Randy wins, who does he work with? So if Randy does win, who is the next person that can believably try to save us from this reign of terror by Pat McAfee and Randy?
Right.
If we look at SmackDown,
wow, yeah. Now that you mention it,
Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu. Yeah, so we don't really have believable people on SmackDown to take him on. Maybe from Raw, also a bit hard to say, right? So that's I think that's my train of thought. Coming out of Mania, we probably need a proper opponent for each of these guys going forward.
Yeah.
So that's why it's quite unpredictable because you can't see any person for them. They could run it back again for Backlash.
They could. I mean, you're right. Whoever wins the title, they can still keep chasing it. They can still keep this feud going. Yeah.
Yep.
They could.
So there about wraps up night number 1. Let's go for night number 2. This one's got 6 matches. One less match from the day before. This one we got more title matches actually. I think so. Right?
Oh yeah, is that?
I'm not sure. I might have miscounted. Maybe the same amount. But the women's US title is not in contention. Both the tag titles are not in contention. Yeah, so it's kind of sad for Julia, but anyway.
It is, yes.
Sorry, my brain farted. Let's talk about Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Demon. It's actually, he's built as Demon now.
All right. Let's talk about Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. This one is very straightforward for me. The winner should be Finn Balor.
I agree. Again, it's the narrative stakes, right? Finn Balor, beloved, his face turn even more beloved. So emotionally, the payoff should be Demon wins. I agree. I want to talk about the match itself. Should be a good one, but I wonder if Dominic will have reinforcements and support. Right?
I'm going to say that this is going to be a short match for sure. I don't think it's going to be a long one. Maybe less than 10 minutes, maybe even a 7-minute match. Here's the thing. I think Finn Balor has more to lose if he loses the match than Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, I agree.
Right, so Finn Balor, right, let's talk about the history of Demon Finn, because Demon Finn has historically always lost his important matches. Most of the time he's lost his important matches, right? After he had that match with Seth Rollins where he got hurt, he became champion, he got hurt, Demon Finn has never really been the same. It's become a meme and a laughingstock most of the time, right? Maybe we get 1 or 2 matches with Demon Finn and it was okay, but the rest was like he's always losing. So if you think about it, right, the stocks of Demon Finn Balor is actually really, really very low. So Demon Finn Balor, especially if we look at how the story has been built up to this match, is actually very poor story build, right? Judgment Day turns on Finn. Finn is angry. He jumps JD and Dom. They turn it around. JD and Dom jump Finn. That's all we've had, right? And that was enough grounds to bring up Demon Finn Balor. And we've talked about this on our previous episodes, right? We are firm that, or rather, I was firm that Demon Finn Balor shouldn't be used in a low stakes storyline. People can argue that it doesn't have to be a high stakes storyline. I disagree with you. Right, use the characters properly, okay? But TKO money, ka-ching, right? Okay, so if Finn Balor brought out Demon Finn for a low stakes match just to lose to Dominic Mysterio, which is not even a huge threat, then Demon Finn is an absolute loser. So he shouldn't be losing this match. Dominic Mysterio, on the other hand, I think he can lose this match because he's already very hated as a heel. He's got he can just simply show his face and people will still react to him anyway, right? And I think this is a good breaking point for Dominic Mysterio to kind of like break out of this. He's just gonna lose this. It's fine. Keep it under the radar a little bit. So by the time we hit another pay-per-view, and I was very specific about this, by the time we hit Money in the Bank, that's where we get Dominic Mysterio as Mr. Money in the Bank. And I think that would be a perfect way for him to kind of like climb up the ranks. For sure.
No, I like that third trail of thought. You're right. And we've talked about, I mean, you've been quite specific. Dom has surpassed the mid-card scene, right? So it's time for him to step up the card. Yeah, move up.
Yeah, and Money in the Bank is one of the best ways for a mid-carder who's kind of like breaking it, but still can't really find his place yet to get into the main event scene. And I think Dominic Mysterio will be that. In fact, right, I will go as far as saying that I think Dominic Mysterio is a similar profile to a Seth Rollins.
I see that.
I'm talking about 2015 Seth Rollins, by the way.
No. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
All right.
No, okay. So that's Finn Balor, Demon and Dominic.
Yeah. So let's move on. The Intercontinental title match, the ladder match. Let's name these guys. JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, Penta. Yep.
Champion,
and,
who's the Penta? It's the champion, yeah.
It's pretty funny that all of these are high flyers except for Rusev.
yes. Pick the odd one out, right? Yeah. Pick the odd one out. Who doesn't belong here? The card, if it's not busted, who doesn't belong here?
There's an imposter among us. Rusev is so random. But yeah, I love Rusev. He's such a funny guy. Okay, winner. A bit hard.
I think Penta will retain.
I went with Javon Evans.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, you think Javon is gonna get the push?
Okay, I was between Penta and Javon, and I feel like maybe Javon is a bit. Okay, this is more of what WWE feels, right? I'm sure they haven't decided who's gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Maybe,
so let's talk about Javon Evans and Penta, right? The other guys I don't really see winning. Okay, we both might be wrong. It could be Rusev for all we know.
It could be Dragon. Dragon is also a good contender. Actually,
Dragon.
Okay. We can talk about that later.
So for me, I picked Javon Evans. Let's talk about the match first, right? As random as this match is, I think this would probably be the match of the night.
Of this night.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 5 words, right? 5 words. OG cutter off a ladder. Come
Holy
on.
shit.
That's gonna be
Bro
insane.
is gonna snap himself in half. There's no way. You know what?
So that's but it's an OG cutter. Either OG cutter catches someone off a ladder as well.
Yeah, he's gonna do it off the top turnbuckle.
Like Javon,
Javon is gonna do it off the top turnbuckle and catch someone on the ladder. It's gonna be amazing.
That's the spot of the night.
That's the spot of the night for sure. I still think this is gonna be one of the better matches of the night. I can't say I'm very invested in this match in the sense that there's zero build or zero storyline.
There's no storyline. There's no storyline, absolutely.
Literally anyone can win. So when it comes down to literally anyone can win, right? It's more, you look to the business side again.
Yeah.
Right? You look at the business side again. So what can we take out of this match that will generate the most buzz, or break records or stuff like that, things that I can put on my headline, right? And I think Javon Evans winning, right, could possibly be a massive buzz rather than Penta retains.
I see your point. You're going for eyeballs, attention, buzz. Okay,
Right? Penta could possibly retain. I'm not saying that he can't, right? I still think Penta can retain. Okay, it depends on how WWE feels about Penta. It's been quite clear that WWE is firmly behind Penta because he's very over with the audience. He's got good charisma despite English not being his first language.
Yeah.
He can speak Spanish and somehow I can still understand.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Stephanie needs to talk to him. Okay. Stephanie McCann needs to talk to him, right? Yeah.
Penta can speak in Spanish and I can still somehow understand him through pure emotion.
He's great in the ring, of course. Fantastic in the ring, yeah.
Again, we talk about upgrades, right? Just like how Dominic Mysterio can get the money in the bank. I think Penta could possibly drop this and then go for the world title after this. Like, there's not really much reason to
Ooh.
keep him as the IC title.
Ooh.
IC
Ooh.
champion. Like, it's just so freaking over.
I see your point. Wow, you make very compelling arguments. You're right that there's no storyline, and therefore, actually, the fact that anything can happen, I think from a story angle, from a narrative angle, is a good thing. They could do a lot, right? Like, you're right. If Penta retains, I would like to see Javon and Dragon go after it. That would be nice to see, I think personally, right? So,
there could be a side scenario which I just literally thought about.
okay, go on.
Rey Mysterio wins.
See, okay, so number one, the business side of me is like, why? But the fan side of me is like, I'm okay with that.
Rey
Right?
Mysterio wins so that he can go and feud with Dom Mysterio.
Oh, okay, now, okay.
You remember at some point Dom was the champion and Rey was supposed to go after it?
Yeah.
And then Rey got hurt?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I just literally remembered about it. But yeah, so anyway.
Okay. We talk about Rey Mysterio. He's what? He's pushing his late 50s. He's late 50s?
Not late lah, early lah.
Early 50s, right?
Early, yeah.
I mean, let's talk about the end of his story. I would think it would be very poetic if Dominic retires him.
For sure. I think
right? That's on the cards, like, right?
That's what Rey wants. And he conveniently got injured when he's about to face Gunther. So I don't know he choking the MC or what lah.
He's like, oh, Gunther, no. No need, please.
But it's still very possible, right? We could still see a Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio someone
for the title, for the IC title, right?
The title versus career match.
Which was Dom's title, right? Dom held. Yeah. I like that.
For our loyal listeners, right? If you really, really roll back the episodes, we did at some point say that maybe we could see IC title versus career match between Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio when Dom was still the champion. But obviously, like I said, Rey got hurt, so that didn't happen. But it could still happen.
Yeah.
Again, it really depends on what WWE is feeling. Right? We could still go with Javon Evans. Penta could still retain. Rey Mysterio could win. But yeah, that's why it's so unpredictable. But I still want to go with Javon Evans. If not, it's going to be Rey Mysterio.
I really like the Rey Mysterio angle if they can pull it off and give both Dom and Rey that great storyline.
Yeah, maybe they will have an event in Mexico. Maybe you should check that out. If they do have an event in Mexico, I think that's going to be
Triple A, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the US title. As of recording, right, we don't know if Carmelo Hayes is going to be added in. I still believe Carmelo has a possibility of being added in. But as of now, it's not official yet. So we're just going to stick to what we know. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. My pick for the winner is Trick Williams.
I agree. I think for the same reasons that we've alluded to, I think in even the the ladder match and whatnot, the Trick is so over, right? Giving him a title is good for him, right?
Yes.
I think we've listeners of our podcast, we said Sammy was here to elevate the US title, right? Pass it on to Trick, and moving forward, it'll be Melo definitely, maybe Dragunov going for it.
I definitely Melo is part of the conversation. Dragunov, I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
Now, the reason why, again, like you just said, right, Trick is very over, but he's not at the point where I can put a main title on him and feel that it's believable. Because he just barely got to the main roster. And if you strap that kind of rocket to him, I think people would turn on him. Maybe, maybe, right? But it's better to take baby steps with such a important character, an important wrestler, right? Sammy is the perfect guy to do it with Trick Williams because Sammy is not only a good worker, he's also a great character. And with the recent heel turn, I still can't say if it's a heel turn. I think it's a heel turn, right? So it's half and half.
We didn't get to talk about it for our episode 24. I think what we're seeing here is Sammy has a, we think about heel turns as isolated incidents, right? Oh, someone got hit, you turn on your friend. But here, what we're seeing with Sammy, it's a long drawn heel turn almost, right? Which is enjoyable to watch.
It's very it's very long, but at the same time it's enjoyable. I think at this point we can already consider it as a double turn already. Because I think that we could see a double turn at WrestleMania, at least a solidification of that.
Yes.
Where Sammy gets very, very desperate and wants to hang on to his title. He resorts to dirty tactics. He listens to the voices, as Brandy has advised him to retain against Trick Williams. Even better if Carmelo Hayes get added into the match last minute, because it's more sympathetic that way.
Yeah.
But whichever the case is, I think we'll get a double turn. If we don't, I'm still say Trick Williams is gonna win, because Trick has a lot to gain from winning.
So first off, let's talk about the easy one. I agree. Like whatever the outcome, Sammy will definitely be cutthroat, underhanded.
Yeah.
Right. As fitting where his character is. You talk about double turn. I also felt that because if you watch this most recent SmackDown, Trick was a bit irritated with his sidekick Lil Yachty at certain points. A little bit, right? Like why do you do that? Like when Little Yachty was maybe insulting Melo a bit too much, he actually stopped. So I agree.
Yeah.
I agree that it feels like a double turn could be.
Trick was a bit defensive of Carmelo Hayes, which I thought was a bit out of character.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Very interesting. I would say I'm looking forward to see how their characters play out. I know the match, I think, is going to be okay, right? But the characters, I feel that I'm quite invested in this.
Yeah, we talk about the match quickly. Yeah, I agree. Trick is such a great character. The thing is, he's okay in the ring. Not bad. He's not bad, right?
Yeah.
But he's not. I don't want to. The best word I can come up with now, he's not that memorable in the ring.
Because he's got a terrible finisher. That's why.
Yeah, his finisher is just a running kick, right? Running knee.
Yeah. Okay, then we move on.
On the mic, he looks good, but in the ring.
Okay, let's move on. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. I wrote down like many lines for everything else. I gave an analysis, but I just gave one line for this. So let's talk about the foregone conclusion. Rhea Ripley is gonna win.
Yes, I mean yes.
And then
this one again, if Jade Cargill wins, I think I will go outside, touch grass.
I wrote the same thing actually. I wrote specifically, if Jade wins, I'm going to skip all things related to this title until someone tells me that she loses it. I don't bother anymore. Again, we have been very, very, very clear. I wouldn't say clear, very transparent. We've been very transparent on this podcast that we don't like this feud at all. We are not going to blame the ladies, right?
It's a job. This was their instructions. Yeah.
It's their job. I can acknowledge that Jade Cargill is still pretty much very green, but I would say that creative and production has not really helped the two of them. They could have done better. Jade Cargill's character is bland. She's just this strong woman, as in like muscular strong woman, the dominator of sorts, but she has no depth to her character. Her lines are same week in, week out. Only 2 weeks before WrestleMania, we start to get developments, and we had to bring in another mega superstar in the form of Io Sky to play the sympathy character. That goes to show how far gone the feud is to get people to care. Rhea Ripley, on the other hand, I don't think Rhea Ripley is Rhea Ripley, right? Even without the title, as we have seen, she's so over with the fans. Right? She's so over with the fans. She doesn't really need that title. I feel like she has to win this because she needs to save this title scene. I simply cannot see a situation or result that is the other way around, because if it is the other way around, we're gonna go through another month at least of Jade Cargill carrying that same nonsense week in, week out. I'm that bitch. I'm gonna step on you.
I'm
stay
wearing
out
a
my
toilet
way.
brush, but you gotta think I'm a bitch.
I just cannot see the other way happening. I really don't. Just drop the title, get it over with. Not invested for this one, because we already know who's gonna win.
Yeah, I agree. I want to talk about what's gonna happen in the match. I think it's at a point.
Please don't say Kyrie. I hate it. Don't say
okay,
Kyrie.
I wasn't. But I was gonna say. You see, so the question is Jade Cargill most likely will show up with her two goons.
Io Sky is gonna come down and save. Full stop.
Right. So then I think where it's at from the last SmackDown weekends, they've actually kind of evened out the deck, as it were, which is to me, which is what I think will happen. I'm not going to talk about Kyrie. Okay, don't worry. That I think it's clear Rhea can take BFAB and Michin out somehow, right? But maybe then Rhea and EO both need to combine forces to take Jade down.
That's oddly specific.
I mean, because it's a numbers game, right? If the goons show up, if Jade
I agree with you, but I think that's very oddly specific for who takes on who. I don't think that really matters, right?
Okay.
As long as at the end of the day there is the achieved effect of Io Sky coming down to save the day, and there's a big pop, and hey, we at the very least get to showcase Io on Mania. She doesn't miss out. So how the things happen sequentially, who gets taken out, that is a bit too much. Right? We just let them do their thing.
Okay.
Yep. So let's move on. We got 2 more matches. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. The big one.
I think we are agreed here. Oba is going to win.
Oba is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also recently, given Gunther and Heyman, we've talked about this. This might be the start of Brock's face turn. I think it's a good spot if it happens. If it starts to happen.
I don't think it happens here. I think it happens after.
Okay.
I think it will happen after. Like, just keep it simple. The match is very simple. Yeah. Big man slapping meat. Yeah.
Huge man eating huge meat. Yeah.
Slapping. Big man slapping big meat, right? As Big E would describe it. So just hand over the torch. It's very simple.
Yeah.
Have a good match. Hand over the torch. Finish. Right? Yeah. I mean, sure, we can get an inch of a face turn if Brock raises his hand.
I think that will happen, but I wouldn't call that a face turn, but yeah, he was definitely going to raise Oba's hand.
Yeah, that could happen. I mean, if Brock does something out of character, I would technically say that that's a face turn already. Face turn.
Right.
But that's why I say it's an inch, right? You can't really tell. Maybe the Raw after that we get something. I don't know. Maybe Gunther attacks Brock.
Yeah,
that would generate a headline.
Ooh.
I would say. I think the night after Mania, Gunther could possibly attack Brock. I'm not sure, right? It could happen.
Yeah.
So Brock has absolutely nothing to gain from winning this match. Hand over the torch, let Oba take over. You're gonna retire anyway. Right? So the big question is, right? If Oba wins, how are we gonna go forward with Oba now? Because right now he is taken over the Brock profile, and Brock is it's kind of like a 7 wonder of the world kind of thing where you don't really show up every single show.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Oba will only do 1 match every 3 months, which I hope not lah.
That's not a good look for him at this stage of his career.
So it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky on how you handle Oba after this. Obviously, we can title matches and whatnot, which is definitely in the horizon for Oba. But yeah, quite straightforward results expected here. We move on to the last one. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Yes. Okay. So
I think we might be aligned for this one. Not sure. Who's your pick?
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I think CM Punk will retain, and that's my reason for that is business rather than storyline. I think. Right.
Same for me. Punk is also my pick.
Punk will retain. Again, because Roman is a part-timer. So I don't want to see. I don't think it's good for Roman to pick up the title. And again, regardless, the main storyline here that we think will happen, right? We've again talking about for months, is Jay will. If we say Roman's going to lose, possibly because of Jay.
Right? Yeah, I mean, we could intertwine the business and the creative, right? That's where the best case scenario is. If we are right, hopefully we are. Otherwise, we'll lose all credibility. But if we are right, we'll see a Jey Uso interference, right? Jay may not turn on the spot, but he could turn the next night. I feel that turning the next night will be a better choice. Actually, no, I take that back. I think either way is fine for me. But involvement from Jay is what we think will happen. Roman shouldn't win the title here. I don't want another situation where we get a part-time champion like Brock Lesnar in that era, if you all remember. Punk will probably go off to do Punk things with other people. So who is going to work with Punk after this? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Maybe Jay. But we first need to get the message across first, where Jay turns a Roman, viciously attacks Roman, then Roman can disappear bye-bye until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Yeah, we write him off. But yeah, so yes.
That's the main. That's all. That's all the matches. Yeah,
that's actually
announced.
all I had to say. Yeah, so I don't think Roman's gonna lose clean for sure. There's gonna be something. Yeah. But yeah, that's more or less it for the WrestleMania preview. Right now, what's left to do is to just simply wait for Mania to happen. The next time you guys will see us, it's probably after Mania. I think we may or may not do a quick reaction
after night one. Yeah.
After night one, we may or may not do a quick reaction after night one, but we'll definitely do a full-on breakdown after night two.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, you know where to find us. We are on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Updates, news, short form content, all the short videos if you prefer that. We are on Instagram and TikTok. It is at ringsidebrewpod.sg. Once again, at ringsidebrewpod.sg. Right? Alternatively, you can also join our Discord community channel. We will update you immediately when new episodes come out. So you can join our Discord community channel through our link, our Discord link in the bio of our Instagram bio. Right? Yeah. So you just have to expand on that, then find that link. We do have a donation platform. We have a Buy Me a Coffee. So, you know, if you guys enjoy what we're doing and you want to support beyond that just the typical like, share, follow stuff, you can buy us a drink to help us tide us through the podcast. I have set the donation amount to the very minimum, as low as I could have gone. So if you don't want to bring money into this, that's completely fine. You can do the usual stuff, like, share, subscribe, follow, comment on our stuff, whichever it is, all the social media stuff, and that would help us out a lot. That is more than enough. Right, guys? Am I missing anything, Joseph? No?
I think that's it.
All right. So the next time we'll see you is during WrestleMania season. Weekend.
Weekend.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is Dave signing off.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.